watching the Live Today show, an interactive show on CAN TV 21. We are also streaming live on cantv.org/hotline. The next 25 minutes is your chance to call in with your questions or comments. Please call the number at the bottom of your screen. That's 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. I'm Dr. Sheri, founder of the Live Today Foundation, where our mission is to provide joy, inspiration, and free compression garments to breast cancer survivors living with lymphedema. Now, for more information, we want you guys to head on over. Before you head to the website, we want you guys to head to the website, and what we would like you to do is to visit us at www.live-today.org. Or you can email us at info@live-today.org. Or you can always give us a call at 754-0234. Again, that number is 754-220-0234. Now, in 2016, I decided to form the Live Today Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization with three primary goals. One is to educate health professionals about how to properly diagnose lymphedema and to make them aware of all of the psychosocial facets that lymphedema causes on a survivor's life. Number two, we wanted to educate patients about the importance of treatment and to inform them about all of their treatment options. And then lastly, number three is to provide free compression garments to individuals who are under-resourced or underserved that are living with lymphedema. Now, we really truly believe that our robust training will definitely improve patient and physician awareness about all aspects of effective lymphedema management, and it also promises to improve patient outcomes. Now, the content of this show is designed not only to be educational, but we've designed it to be stimulating, intriguing, and challenging. I mean, we're really going to raise some issues that'll make you go, So get prepared to be wowed and get prepared to tune in and to join in on some very stimulating conversation. Now, we can also be found on social media. We want you guys to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at livetoday.org. That's livetoday.org. Please follow us on social media. We'd love to hear your questions and comments on social media as well. And you want to make sure that you tune in to all of our shows, which will be every second Wednesday of the month, promptly at 5:30, because we are going to have some prominent guests on our show. Guests that will include breast surgeons, surgical oncologists, medical oncologists, radiation oncologists, even vascular surgeons with the knowledge of the latest lymphedema surgical techniques. We're going to have physical therapists that are trained and certified in lymphedema management. And last but not least, we will have lymphedema patients sharing their stories and hopefully their testimonials. And I hear and see that we have a caller on the line. Can we put the caller through?
Hello?
Hello, caller. Hi, who is this?
This is Rod from Houston, Texas.
Wow. Hi, Rod, from all the way in Houston. How are you this evening?
Oh, I'm doing just well, I want to commend you for, your for the work that you're doing, dealing with patients and individuals that, are stricken with maladies and conditions such as lymphedema. It's one of those, as I understand it, one of those that people don't fully understand. And as a person who has had to care for an individual that had a sickness, a long-term sickness, it becomes a difficult process.
Yes.
And as a caregiver or in someone that just cares about someone that has a medical condition. So what advice would you give to individuals that are caring for people with conditions that don't seem as though the people look okay, but they're not okay?
You know what? One of my mainstays of advice in that position is, one, you got to remember to take care of you. So many times as caregivers, we give all of ourselves to the person that we're caring for, and then we just run out of juice. So you got to make sure that you have your support system as well. And then if you're caring for an individual that they really don't look ill, they may even be at a place where they haven't even fully accepted their illness. You are there to be their support system. You are there to kind of be their researcher, and you're there to be their reality checker, if you will, because if they're not in check and in tune with what reality is, they can really miss out on opportunities to get certain treatments, to go for certain care support, to go for even counseling. So I commend you for the work that you did and what you've had to go through as a caregiver. Having been a caregiver myself for my mom, I know how difficult that is. But make sure, if you are a caregiver, take care of you. And then also make sure, if you're a person of faith, to pray so that you can continue to be that reality check for the individual that is dealing with the chronic illness.
Yeah, because of late, and I appreciate that, because of late, one of the things that I've, dealt with is how do you interact with not just those that you care for, but, the people that are observing and the people who want to make comment on what should be done and what shouldn't be done, what level of involvement or you are in or not involved in.
Yes.
So I've come to a point where I concern myself not with the people that should be in my life, but I really focus on those who choose to be a part of it and a part of making my life better. And so to you, I would ask the question, is how do you shift that focus on people who are concerned about what concerns you and not concerned about the things that don't concern them?
Ha ha! Woo, that's profound. You know what? What you really have to do is to be in tune with you and in tune with your purpose and in tune with your calling. And everything else you got to be able to push aside. Because if you don't, you'll fall short. You won't fulfill your true intended purpose in life or even in that particular season of your life. But you have to realize what you were placed here to do and stay focused on that. Rodney, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you on this evening. Please continue to tune into the show, and I hope you will call in again on one of our future shows.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Prentice.
Have a great evening.
You too.
Wow, what a fantastic caller. Listen, this evening I want to share with you my personal story. And so I want you to, like Rodney, give me a call and join in the conversation. Call that number at the bottom of your screen. That's 312-738-1060. Now, I want you to follow along also on my website. This is me, just a couple of years ago. But I want to share with you, really, on a serious tip, my personal story. I am a medical doctor who enjoyed a 16-year-long career of treating patients, and until lymphedema stripped me of my lifelong dream. In October of 2008, I was diagnosed with stage 2A invasive ductal carcinoma of my right breast. I underwent a partial mastectomy, a level 1 lymph node dissection. That's where they removed 16 lymph nodes from my right armpit, 3 of which were positive for cancer. And I underwent 15 rounds of chemotherapy and 33 treatments of radiation. Well, all of the treatment completely destroyed all of the lymph nodes in my right armpit, leaving me with severe disabling swelling in my right arm, hand, and fingers. And I left my compression garments off so you can kind of see and tell the difference between the two. No longer a practicing physician, and at the tender age of just 42, I had to reinvent myself and come up with a whole new source of income. I can tell you now that after a lot of prayer, of depression and counseling with a fantastic Christian counselor, I ended up starting my own healthcare consulting business. I became a professional speaker and have delivered keynotes, more than 500 now, across the U.S. and abroad. And I even wrote my own book entitled When Everything Changed, My Journey from Physician to Patient. It is my story of how a successful young physician was enjoying a great life with a beautiful family when everything changed. It is a real life tale exposing my vulnerability to an onslaught of trials that would make any woman or man, for that matter, reel in defeat. My emotional ride through a number of life-threatening circumstances drove me from self-examination to self-discovery, leaving me face to face with myself, my power, and my God. But during all of the times when I was traveling, I met hundreds of women suffering from lymphedema, and either they were untreated, or if they were wearing compression garments, which is the mainstay of treatment, they were hiding it. They were hiding their garments or the lymphedema arm because either the garments were unattractive or because she was embarrassed. Now, as a physician, I understood the physiology of lymphedema. I understood how and why it happened. But as a patient, I experienced firsthand all of the tremendous impacts and facets that lymphedema can have on a survivor's life. And let me tell you, it is a very, very difficult experience to live through. And the things that I encountered were things that my physician and our doctors don't talk about. And it's not that my fellow physicians don't talk about it because they're too busy or they want to withhold information. They don't talk about it because they simply do not know. Hence, why I created the Live Today Foundation. So if you would like to find out again, if you'd like to find out more about how you can support the Live Today Foundation, please go out to our website at www.live-today.org. Shoot me an email, shoot my staff an email at info@live-today.org, or give us a call at 754-220-0234. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's so interesting about lymphedema? And I mean, why create a whole nonprofit about it and have a show that is talking about it? Well, here's the deal. More than 10 million people suffer from lymphedema, and the majority of them suffer in silence. That is more than muscular dystrophy, ALS, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, and AIDS combined. There are more than 3 million breast cancer survivors here in the U.S., and it is estimated that approximately 1.2 million of those survivors are suffering from lymphedema, and they are suffering in silence. I want to share with you just a handful of facets and some of the psychosocial impact that lymphedema can have on a person's life. And I'm hoping that you will feel it and be called by it and pulled by your heartstrings so that you can begin to understand just the devastation that this complication can have on a survivor's life. Many of us here as survivors, hey, I mean, it's just some swelling. Thank God, you're a survivor. You're here. Well, that's true. I am a survivor. I am now a 10-year survivor. However, lymphedema is more than just swelling. Many patients with lymphedema see the development of this complication as a secondary blow to their physical and emotional well-being. And the development of lymphedema, whether it occurs weeks or even years after your cancer treatment, it can bring back with full force all of the emotions of feeling and being ill. It brings back those emotions that shows you that you're different than your peers, and you just begin to wonder, will I never be able to get on with my life? Yeah, it's pretty intense. you begin to develop negative body image perceptions, and that leads to social anxieties. It leads to anxieties even regarding sexual interactions. Yes, I told you. I will be raising subjects that make you go, Now, although breast cancer and its treatment can certainly be quite extensive and cause disfigurement, but the disfigurement is not visible except in intimate situations. Because of clothing, cosmetic surgery, and prosthesis, a person could keep their diagnoses and their treatment private if he or she decided to. But, with lymphedema, let me share this with you. And I want to take you guys here. I want you to appreciate what lymphedema can do and how it can appear for you and for the individuals that you may or may not care for. Now, one of the things that is truly important when it comes to lymphedema, I want you to just take a look at this picture. And I just showed the legs here because I wanted to show the pronounced difference between them. The visible appearance of lymphedema, or the garments used to treat it, makes privacy issues much more difficult. And it causes social anxieties and constant social reminders of the cancer experience. Now, the over-counter compression garments can be unsightly and by many women, and that can lead to decreased social activity. But the disfigurement of lymphedema affecting the hand, as it does with me, can be quite difficult to conceal. For those of us, like myself, who initially felt quite unattractive, I became very self-conscious, and that definitely limited and hindered intimate relationships. Studies have shown that women who develop this complication are have significantly much higher levels have much higher levels of psychological, social, sexual, and functional morbidity than women with breast cancer who do not develop this complication. Now, like myself, this condition may cause difficulty performing your tasks that are needed for your job. Like me, women have lost their jobs. They've lost their careers. Sometimes you can have difficulty performing household responsibilities. Like me, I use it as an excuse to tell my husband I can't do the dishes. So that could be an advantage. But in severe cases, people may actually need assistance in putting on their clothes, combing their hair, and just bathing. And here, ladies, I'm going to share this one last one with you. Your enlarged arm may cause you not to be able to wear your usual clothing. And ladies, you know we do not like buying larger sizes of anything. Well, except for diamonds. Now that we can do. But when it comes to clothing, we don't want to buy larger sizes. And now having to buy more clothes increases your financial burden. And forget about the increased financial burden of having to buy new compression garments every 6 months because they wear out. So I'm really hopeful that with what I've shared with you, and we're going to expound on this in much further detail as the shows go on, I'm hoping you can appreciate that lymphedema, especially if untreated or undertreated, can cause serious disturbances in a patient's quality of life with additional psychological and emotional side effects such as distress, depression, lack of social interaction, sexual inhibition, and financial hardships, just to name a few. Now, again, if you would like more information on how you can support the Live Today Foundation, please visit our website at www.live-today.org. Or you can shoot us an email at info@live-today.org, or obviously give us a call. We can certainly tell you how to support us there at 754-220-0234. Guys, I really hope that you can appreciate that. Oh my goodness, we have another caller. All right, shoot the caller in. Who do we have on the line?
This is Donald from Michigan.
Hi, Donald. How are you, from Michigan?
This is your husband.
Oh, my Donald, my husband. Hi, sweetie. Of course, you know I knew your voice. How are you?
Of course. calling to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, he's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, guys, it's my birthday. I'm 21.
And you looking quite scrumptious on TV.
Oh, wow, thank you, darling. As you can see, he kind of helped me get over that whole, sexual inhibition thing. When you get a fine man like I do, it helps. Thank you, sweetheart, for calling in.
Can't wait to see you soon, and we're going to celebrate.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye. How wonderful. Oh my God. And then I'm following live. Oh my goodness. On Facebook Live, we got Roberta. Hey, Roberta, thank you. Carrie is watching us. This is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, guys. This is fantastic. Well, listen, guys, we only have 5 minutes left in our show. And what I really want to impress upon you is that the Live Today Foundation really wants to improve the lives of individuals living with lymphedema. Our initial focus is on breast cancer survivors living with lymphedema, because you got to start somewhere. But our goal is, once we get a handle, because we want this organization to go national and even international, we want to begin to pull in all individuals who are suffering from, primary lymphedema, secondary lymphedema, and help to be a resource with them. But again, starting with what we have with our robust training, it really is going to help physicians and patients have a much better idea of all the methods of effective lymphedema management that can be present and available for patients out there, so that they can go from suffering with lymphedema to living with lymphedema. Fantastic. I am so grateful. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Carrie. She said she shared everything with everybody on her page. And now we only have 3 more minutes of the show. Listen, guys, I really want to thank you for watching and participating in today's show. Again, I'm Dr. Sheri with the Live Today Foundation, where we aim to elevate the journey of life from existing to living every day. Again, don't forget, for more information, we want you guys to head on out to, I am so sorry. We want you guys to head on out to www.live-today.org, and we want you to shoot us an email at info@live-today.org. And certainly don't forget, we want you to follow us on all areas of social media, in particular on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at livetoday.org. That's livetoday.org. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait a minute, guys. I'm seeing one of my co-producers here in the... This is my bestie. She's one of my co-producers. Come on in. Thank you. This is, oh my God, my favorite cake. Oh, yes. America. Oh, this is not it. I got a little sash. My birthday. What that? Can y'all hear that? Turn it up.
Yeah, turn up the...
Yeah. Wait a minute, it's cocked to the side. Wait. I mean, I don't mind. Y'all know I'm cool, right? Y'all know I'm cool. Yay! Oh my God, what a fantastic... And look at my cake. I'm gonna pretend it's lit. I guess we shouldn't have anything in the... Make a wish. I blew all my spit on it so nobody else can eat it. This is my bestie, guys, really. I want to thank you guys for joining in tonight. Please make sure you tune in next month, where our special guest is going to be Dr. Sylvia Hood Washington. She is a fellow lymphedema patient who has taken charge of her life and has become certified in medical massage and reflexology lymphatic drainage. She will share her own personal story and give us some additional tips on how we can live with lymphedema. Again, please, I want you to go on out to our website, find out how you can support us and be a part of the family at www.live-today.org. And guys, remember, I want you to be present, take charge of your life, and live every day. Good night, everyone.
Good night.